Um, I believe that the fulfillment from a coach would come from knowing that your success, well, the student's success is my success. We are only as strong as our weaker link. Teamwork is one of the things that we preach. So seeing someone else or another student of mine or anyone, period, it motivates me. When I see another student do a move that I never thought to teach my students, iron sharpens iron. So to see a kid be successful, grow up and be successful, that's my success. I developed a passion for mentoring and teaching when I realized I wasn't going to the next level, like I was not going to go to the NBA. So I said to myself, why am I not going to the next level into the NBA? And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of felt like I had a crutch and something to prove because everybody else had youth coaches. I didn't. It's never too late to start coaching youth sport because the youth is never gonna run out. So all these kids across the world is hoping to find someone that is thrilled about dedicating time to their lives to help them out. So it's never too late to be a youth coach. It shouldn't be hard gaining a credibility for people who have higher intellect, because without coaches and other things surrounding the game other than just being an athlete, the game would not exist. Well, opportunities are right in front of your face and right up under your nose. You just gotta apply yourself, and you seek, you will find. And it being 2025, this is the internet age and the information age. So all you gotta do is just go on Google and put in youth basketball camps. I consider coaching youth sports when I matured more and I understand life more. You could want something as bad as anybody. You could put the work in, you could put the hours in, you could lose sleep, you could do anything. You could pray about it, you could do anything under the sun about what it is you're trying to do. But at the end of the day, you really is not in control, because once again, you got to go through so many people just for you to eat. And after doing that for so many years and fighting it for so many years, I finally settled down and I became more wiser, and I was reading more. I became more in tune with life and myself. And sometimes, like I say, God wants you to do other things. You could chase something all day, every day. You can't make happen what you want to happen. But with my own LLC and my own business, I could pretty much thrive better because I'm more in control of my own destiny. But when you go to college and everything, like, sports is a time limit. It's not like blowing a trumpet. You could blow a trumpet till you 87 years old. But when it comes to sports, your body is gonna do what your body is designed to do. It's a time limit. So I had to realize and evaluate the game, and I had to study and evaluate the basketball system. And I realized that, I'm over here wasting time trying to chase something that's not for me. So what's for me is for me. So I just believe I'm doing exactly what I should be doing now, because when I realized it's not 100% up to me and I need to figure this thing out, because being a sports coach and a youth coach is pretty much entrepreneurship. That's exactly what it is. But some people are entrepreneurs and don't have responsibilities of others' lives. So when I realized that this is what's for me, this is what I want to do, this is my passion, and I'm willing to go in the dirt behind this. So that's when I realized I was ready to be a youth coach. Young athletes benefit from good coaching. Soon as they meet you, we gotta leave an impression on them for life, because nobody wants to work with someone they do not respect. So I feel like that starts instantaneously. As soon as you meet the youth, that comes into play. So that's why this is a lifestyle. You can't get caught slacking 10 minutes after y'all met because you went to the car and you changed to this person that's unprofessional, that's not standing on business, that's not trying to better and set an example for the youth. So that is how I feel about that. It starts instantly. A new coach could gain the respect of a young athlete by always showing up. You gotta let them know that you have their best interests. You gotta let them know that, hey, this is not time for games. This is not time for playing. This is time for growth and development. This is not a playground. You play on a playground. This is youth sports. So that is what we're here to do. And in the meantime, we are going to work on teamwork, intellect, homework, academics. So I feel like the best way to gain the respect is to show them that you really care. But they also going to have to see, depending on their walks of life, all athletes are not the same. It is not one shoe fits all. Some people come from this culture. Some people come from that culture. Some people raised like this. Some kids were raised this way. So at the end of the day, also, if they don't feel you, they don't feel you. And real recognize real, and it doesn't matter the age. So only adults care about that sheet of paper from a college. The students don't. And if you touch lives and you touch someone, you touch them. So we are out here trying to touch lives. If you don't touch someone's life and you don't hit them in the heart, it's going to be very rough for you. But real recognize real, and people can see through the fake. And when you are really passionate about others, they are going to love you and respect you for life, even if they don't even know that they were doing so. Well, when it comes to training and certifications for a youth coach, many people get on different ways. Like, it's not one shoe fit all. Some people are just blessed that they just walk into the perfect situation. But if you want to walk into the perfect situation and you're dealing with somebody more on the shallow end, I hope you got all your ducks in a row, because if you come in there with a do-rag on and a beard that ain't perfectly lined up just that fast, they might exempt you out and go get somebody that knows 80% less than you because they got the right ethics to be chosen. But a lot of people get on by, you can get you a associate's degree or a degree from college. It could be a degree in mathematics. You could work at a school and an opening might come up for a basketball coach. And just because you work at that school, you could be the youth coach of that program. If you have no experience, I feel like the best way to start coaching is you find a kid that's looking for a coach, a personal coach, and you can work with that kid one-on-one and develop their game. When everyone see that their game has been developed, they're going to be amazed. And the other kids and parents is going to want you to coach their kids. So you could just get a contract between you and the parents, and you can meet up at the local park. You can meet up in a gym. You can go to like a LA Fitness and use their gym, and you can do 30-minute sessions, 1 hour sessions, depending on how serious the student of the game is and their parents. So once you get one kid, okay, I developed that kid's game. Now they shining. So kid number 2 comes. I work with kid number 2. That kid's shining. I work with kid number 3. That kid developed their game. Now they shining. And then those are my 3 students that I coached up. So once one of these kids get scholarships and go to the NBA, or they start doing good in life, that kid could give me my flowers back, or give you your flowers back, and say, yo, I wouldn't have made it without coach such and such. I wouldn't have made it without the coach making me have discipline and teaching me the way of life. So that's a good way to build a brand. You find some dedicated kids, you work with them one-on-one, and as time go on, the word gonna get around, because once they see that the student you was working with game has developed tremendously from sitting on the bench to a starter, everybody's gonna know that, hey, you didn't do that on your own. It's addictive. I mean, if you seen an adolescent kid change their lives because of you, that's addictive. I'm addicted to positivity and development and growth and involvement. So when you see a kid change into what y'all worked so hard to accomplish, that's the most beautiful moment in the world. So I feel like I can't speak for other youth coaches. I'm really speaking my own truth. and I'm trying to put it on everybody else. I can't speak for all coaches. Everybody do things for their own personal reasons. But I feel like once you see a child grow and develop into a great young man or young lady, I feel like that's a very addicting thing to see. And you get to sit back and say, wow, I really changed lives and impacted the lives of someone for the better. It's a lifestyle. I ain't got to balance anything. It's already balanced. The right time to become a youth coach is when you have in your heart and you reach the maturity level that it's not all about you. You focusing on other people's lives. So in other words, you got to be real lenient and you got to be willing to help others. But some people are not willing to sacrifice their own lives and their own time and their own happiness to make sure somebody else is successful. Because when you're a youth coach, the kids are going to look up to you. You're really going to be like a father figure. Whether you want to be or whether you do not want to be, you're going to be a father figure. And when you become a father figure, you can't be a youth coach and you out here getting drunk every Saturday night. You out here doing the most, trying to live both lives. I'm like, man, the kids going to be looking. They're going to hold you accountable because you got to hold yourself accountable. They're going to wonder to themselves, man, why am I here? This coach is telling me that I need to do this and do that, but I just saw him Saturday night coming out the juke bar. So it's kind of like you gotta have a change of heart, because if you want to be a youth coach and you serious about what you do, this is a lifestyle. This is not you clock in and then you clock out. Like, no, you're gonna be a youth coach forever. I had some kids I was coaching. Sometimes they call to ask me about problems dealing with their homework. I'm like, I'm not a scientist. I'm an athlete. So I gotta stop what I'm doing to make sure that my student is great, because first and foremost, they are student athletes. They are not athletic students. So homework and knowledge comes first. And that's one of the things I preach to my kids. Sports is cool. I want you to be successful at sports, but for the most part, it's also life skills for you to learn from the trait of playing basketball and the art of the sport. So I'm very big on intelligence. So if you don't have your schoolwork in order, I don't want to talk about no basketball, because when you become a basketball star, you got to be a public speaker. You got to know about accounting. You got to know math. You got to know how to conduct business, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself getting robbed of millions. I feel like the big impact is in the kid's life. Making impacts on their life, on their grades, decision-making skills, the ability to navigate throughout life, because sports is very much like life. You win some, you lose some, you got to work hard. You don't work hard, you got to face discipline. They should learn from people who face setbacks in their own career, because wise people don't necessarily have to learn from experience. You don't have to learn from experience if you listen. If I see you jump off a house and break your leg and you screaming and crying because it hurt, I'm gonna believe you. I don't have to break my leg to know that it hurt. I trust you. I believe you. I'm gonna listen. Everybody listens when they want to. So once again, that is why development of intellect is more important than sports. Because without intellect, you will never realize the importance of learning from other people. Because if you got to learn everything from your own experience, you're wasting time. A youth coach could measure their success beyond wins and losses, because we are impacting and changing lives. Once again, basketball is fascinating, but that's not the most important thing here. There are other things that goes into the game that you learn, and traits that you learn, that just not about winning and losing. But matter of fact, I love to lose, because you're not getting better until something's not going your way. If you go undefeated and you win every single game, winning does not make you better. Losing makes you better. So losing is very important, but at the end of the day, it all intertwines with overall success, even off the court, because it doesn't matter 100% about basketball. I'm here for you as a human being, and for the youth that you are, I want y'all to develop to help carry the torch even when I'm not here no more.